Hello and welcome to what we now know about capabilities. This is one of a series of 6 webinars held live and then recorded to celebrate my 25 years of research into how pharma and medtech companies compete in our complex, changing market. My name is Brian Smith and I've worked in our fascinating industry since 1978. I began my career as a research chemist before moving into marketing and strategy. Then, after 20 years in the industry, I became an academic, researching why some companies are better at strategizing than others and how our business models are adapting to our changing market environment. My research has produced 8 books and 400 articles about strategy in our exceptional industry. I've now condensed that work into this series of 6 short videos. This video is about the differences between those firms that are good at building and maintaining their capabilities and those that are not. It's written for busy people, so I've kept it short, but at the end of this video I'll tell you how to get free copies of my published research. Most of the slides in this video have this simple format. On the left, I'll describe what I've found in most companies. On the right, what I've seen in the best companies. So you can think of each slide as a practical suggestion to improve capabilities in your company. An organizational capability is the ability of an organization to effectively complete a task. All firms have goals, resources, and the capabilities of their individual employees. And all firms apply those things to achieve specific tasks that accomplish their goals. Some companies have more and better capabilities than others. I've spent 25 years researching why this is, and here are my 5 most important discoveries about capabilities in pharma and medtech. My first discovery is that there are 3 kinds of capabilities, and they are almost all cross-functional. Most firms talk about marketing capabilities or market access capabilities or medical affairs capabilities. The most capable companies recognize 3 kinds of cross-functional capability. First, hygiene capabilities, which are essential but create no competitive advantage. Compliance capabilities are examples of hygiene capabilities. Second, differentiating capabilities, which create relative competitive advantage. Segmentation, targeting and positioning are examples of differentiating capabilities. Third, dynamic capabilities, which allow firms to change. Leadership and insight creation are examples of dynamic capabilities. So if you want to improve your organization's capabilities, start by thinking about these 3 categories of cross-functional capabilities. My second discovery is that a firm's business model dictates the capabilities it needs. Most companies develop capabilities against industry benchmarks, but different firms within the same industry require different capabilities. In particular, differentiating and dynamic capabilities are very business model specific. The best firms develop the capabilities that their particular business model demands. So, if you want to improve your organization's capabilities, take a more customized, less generic approach to capability development. My third discovery is that capabilities are created by complexes of organizational routines. In most companies, the focus for capability development is on managing processes. But the best firms focus on the many small activities that make up such processes, known as their organizational routines. They make sure that every process includes all of the necessary routines, that every routine works well, and that the routines are woven together into a process. So if you want to create or improve your organization's capabilities, focus on the routines that make them possible. My fourth discovery is that organizational routines have 4 kinds of micro-foundation. Most firms think that they can make routines work simply by training their current team. But the best firms pay attention to 4 different micro-foundations. These are, first, the attitudes and skills and knowledge of the individuals. Second, the way those individuals are grouped into work teams. Third, the way those teams are interconnected. And finally, the way that conflict and cooperation between those teams is managed. So, if you want to develop your organizational capabilities, pay attention to the micro-foundations that underpin them. My 5th discovery is about how firms sustain superior capabilities. Most firms rely on benchmarking against competitors. This enables competitive parity, but not competitive superiority. The best firms compare themselves against the acme, that is, the best imaginable competitor, not just the best existing competitor. So, if you want to develop your capabilities, compare your capabilities to the acme and not to the industry standard. These 5 discoveries provide 5 take-home lessons about the capabilities of pharma and medtech companies. 2 of these lessons apply most to senior executives. First, you should identify the hygiene, differentiating and dynamic capabilities essential to your specific business model. Second, you should compare yourself against the acme of each of those capabilities. And 3 of these lessons apply to frontline managers. First, you must build processes that create the capabilities your business model needs. Second, you must build the organizational routines needed by each process. And third, you must build the appropriate micro-foundations for each organizational routine. In my published research, I go into much more detail about how to do this in practice. Thank you for your attention. This has been a short overview of how the best firms in our industry build and maintain their capabilities. If you'd like to know more, email me for a selection of my published work or to set up a call. And if any other aspects of my research interest you, please look at the other videos in this series and browse the hundreds of articles on my website.